Toastmasters in general starts out with this young gentleman, Ralph Smedley, who first organized the Toastmasters Club-like meetings at their local YMCA in Illinois. Later on, he moved to California, and in 1924, the first club charter for the current Toastmasters International was created. So then in our area, clubs started to show up in the 40s, 50s, and it really spread like wildfire because Toastmasters just grew and grew and grew. And there is record of that. I used several sources. I found the District 36, our district, history records, and they are saved starting from the 50s when the clubs really started to show up in the area. I also used, this was my favorite because this is the early history, that the first edition of this history. I also used Wikipedia, and I also used some very special records from our Toastmasters cabinet. These are the newsletters of NIST, and I will cover that a little bit later. So our club number 3495, was established, as we know, in 1968. As the document shows, and also the historic records of District 36 shows that we were established in 1968. So I double checked in two sources, this is all true. And then it didn't take us, our club, more than 2 years to become distinguished for this very special document. The retort was the name of the club bulletin, for which it got international exposure at the International Convention in 1970. So our club was really performing. And in this retort, I read many interesting things. But I found something really interesting in 1973. The very special Hazel Reed says, "Do you know what year NBS Toastmasters was formed as it exists today?" The year was 1968, as we discussed. However, a Toastmasters Club did exist way back in the 1950s on the old site and included Harry Diamond Labs, an offshoot of NBS. Our club is not 51 years old, our club is older. And I looked up the Harry Diamond Labs Club. The Harry Diamond Club exists still today, and it was established in 1961, according to the records from the history of District 36. And the Harry Diamond Lab then moved into the Army Research Lab, so it became a different thing. NIST, or NBS at that time, NBS stayed on the site downtown for a while and then moved up here. So there was this confusion about where clubs are. So I think because they moved, they started a new club here at NIST. But we really were established already in 1961. Probably Hazel was a little bit off, just a couple of years with the 50s. But who knows, maybe unofficially there was already a club. And she goes on. I and two other women attended one of these meetings as guests after approval of the all-male club members. This is when my jaw dropped. A few women at NBS wanted to start a women's club and thought it would be a good idea to sit in on a meeting. So this is when I was like, really? There was no women in Toastmasters? It really, the records of Toastmasters International has it that women were officially allowed in Toastmasters only starting 1973. Before that, all those decades, it was all male. And actually, women wanted to break in for a long time. There was the first member admitted in 1970 under name Homer Blanchard, because she was not allowed as a woman. She had to give her staff a male name. And actually, our club, NBS, the NBS club, was revolutionary in this respect. Our club admitted women during this period, starting 1971 and 72. So here is a more detailed record of it. We are acknowledged in this document how there were members, lady members admitted already in this time. And I actually read, there's some more story to it. Our male members were fighting for the fact that women could be admitted. And so Hazel also became secretary later on the district level already in 73. So we were really on top of it from NEST. So the basic summary that I could summarize you this very short history was that our club as it exists was established in 1968. In the 70s, before the official admittance date, we were admitting women members already. And really our club is older than we thought. The first club at NBS was operating in 1961. So thank you for your attention. For some amusement from the retort, the prize-winning retort, I found a couple of cartoons. It's very up to date right now. Everybody who hasn't paid their membership fees, please go ahead and do that. And also I found a little bit of turkey talk, gobble gobble, the translation for that. If I joined Toastmasters, I could have taught my way out of this. Thank you very much.